stream wasn't going. It just stopped. It just
I
stopped.
wasn't hearing you.
Oh, we're here.
Oh,
We're
no.
here.
Hello?
Okay. Okay.
Nintendo tried to take us out, I guess.
They tried to fucking torpedo us.
I guess, yeah, I'll go
We're
back
gonna
to
have
what I
to
was
mind.
saying.
We're gonna have to mind that like 20
We're gonna have
minutes
to-
was taken off our time. Huh.
Oh man, how much have we lost?
No, we didn't lose it. It's just not gonna
Oh.
be like. It's gonna probably be in either 2 separate videos, or it's just not gonna be listed on like the live time.
Okay.
So I'll have to remember to go to 110 instead of 130.
Like I was saying though, I feel like the fact that I can look at my Switch and genuinely go, I would love to play a game right now on it, but there's nothing for me to play, nothing for me to buy.
Yeah.
That's a fundamental failure.
And
of the
also, they
console.
still haven't fixed Joy-Con drifting.
That's also a fundamental failure of the console.
You
That
can't
might be
use the
even worse.
first-party controllers.
The controllers break on their own. That's a really bad failure.
That is the definition of a manufacturing defect.
And they still haven't fixed it.
And they're
How many
shipping
years
it
in? 3, 4?
with a manufacturing defect.
This is the 4th year we're in, I think, and it still hasn't even been attempted.
They haven't
to
even
be fixed.
acknowledged it.
They once, but that was when they were forced to because France tried to sue them. I think they're still trying to sue them.
Even then, they barely acknowledged it. They made a workaround.
Yeah, they just made a way for them to not have to deal with it as much.
They made a way for them to not acknowledge it, but for people to not be mad at them. Nintendo has the idealism, ignorance is bliss, but they don't realize that in trying to be ignorant, it just doesn't work.
It's just, no, you can't do that.
You can't will knowledge out of your mind.
I have nothing to play though. I genuinely don't. Like, once I finish the port that I just got, which is a port, what do I buy this year? What do I get?
Just don't.
There's nothing
No.
for me to buy. I have no reason nor ambition to buy anything from them for the rest of the
It's
year.
just not worth it, dude.
I don't care about a 3DS port that I can make look better on my computer. I don't care about a $60 Wii port that I already made look better on my computer. I don't care about Mario Golf. I can buy indie games on other places. You have nothing new to offer me other than golf, and I don't care about golf.
Don't care about golf.
That's really sad. There's like nothing. There's just a complete drought. And again, I understand the situation. That's probably why, but tell us. Tell us where you are. Do you really have nothing else in development? If
We
you do
don't
have
have
other in development, tell us we have things in development.
Yeah, the only reason companies like okay, here's the thing with other companies, the only reason they're staying afloat without the level of transparency that developers are there needs to first of all, we need to have a level of transparency as a standard at this point. There needs to be a level of transparency between the consumers and the developer, or the developers are just gonna die. The only reason other developers have been able to stay afloat is because they make games so frequently that you can just kind of assume that things are going to come out.
Yeah.
But Nintendo isn't kind of one of those companies, because they balance all that, because they don't spew out games, they craft their games.
Yeah.
Unless it's Paper Mario.
Unless it's Paper Mario. They don't. No. But like, I need something. I need either transparency or games. If you don't want to talk, fine, but give us reasons not to.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't want to talk, just tell us why you don't want to talk. Just give us a reason, Nintendo. I feel like the reason people are mad at each other or not mad at each other, mad at Nintendo, is a lot less about the fact that there's no games coming out and a lot more about the fact is that Nintendo won't tell us the games that are coming out. Because I honestly do not believe that there is any way Nintendo just doesn't have games coming out in the next 2 or 3 years. Or 1 or 2 years. There's just no feasible way that could have happened to me. And if there is, they need to tell us. But if there isn't a reason, if there is games coming out in the next 1 or 2 years, why haven't they told us? There's a point where it's a lot where I don't want to spoil the game or I want to surprise people, I want to build up hype. That's not an excuse anymore. You know what would be really fucking hype? If you told us if you told us what if you told us what the progress you've made on freaking Super Mario Party 2 was. I don't care. I don't care what you're working on. Just tell us what you're working on.
There's a certain level where I want to surprise the people. It doesn't apply anymore because we don't want to be surprised. We just want to know you have other things. When you buy a Nintendo console,
it's gonna be a point where no one's surprised. It's just gonna become fucking finally.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get the streamer reactions. You're not gonna get anything of that. Everybody's just gonna be like, we finally have a game to play.
It's gonna be really sad when Breath of the Wild 2 comes out on like the last year of the Switch's lifespan or something, and everyone's reaction is finally it's out, rather than oh boy.
The thing with Nintendo is that they've had a really scary pattern of announcing a game and it releases in like the next month or it doesn't. Nintendo has had a really bad pattern with just and like announcing a game and it coming out the next month. You can think that that's good marketing. It's not. You know why? Because it doesn't give anyone, because it gives barely anyone time to be excited for it.
Yeah, to really think
that's
about it.
That's not what builds up hype.
If it's gone for months and it's as every single day Breath of the Wild 2 doesn't come out, people build more and more expectations of it. And at this point, I'm almost certain that it won't deliver.
Yeah, and like you know what would level everyone's expectations? If they just showed us what they were working on.
If they just told us that they just showed us anything. Because if you don't show us anything, we assume you have nothing, and if you have nothing at this point in time, that's really bad. Same thing goes for Metroid Prime 4, though I can slightly excuse that because honestly that might be collapsing, but I would like to know if it's collapsing. And if you've been struggling a whole lot, at least tell us. We don't even know if that game exists.
And that's a problem.
We don't even know if that still exists, if you're going to even release it. I don't know if it'll even release on the Switch.
They need to do more interviews.
It might not. It might not.
And it can't be with Doug Bowser, because Doug Bowser is the most shady executive I've ever met in my life. He walked in and was like, things may or may not be happening to every question that the guy asked. Just interview literally anyone else. Interview Reggie.
Yeah.
Reggie doesn't even work on the company, and I guarantee he knows more than Doug does. Than Doug knows.
His responses were awful. They asked him things, and he was like, I don't know.
And again, I'm wondering if this is a Doug thing. I'm wondering if Doug noticed that all these things were... that people were kind of hype when the games announced, and then they realized they got to come out soon. So he did that for every game. But the reason that was hype is because it wasn't a common occurrence. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But now you're just not telling us about anything, and it's really fucking angering.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Because most games probably aren't coming out in a month.
That's not how games work. You don't make them in a month.
You can't do that for a lot of games. A lot of games can't survive in a way that they're announced a month before they come out.
Yeah, there's just no way, dude.
It's fun and works when it's an exception. It doesn't work or is fun when it's the common occurrence.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a whole thing. Nintendo is making a lot of people angry. And Nintendo is making a lot of people angry, and that makes a lot of people angry at the people who are angry at Nintendo. Uh-huh. Also, that's kind of dumb. People getting mad at the people getting mad at Nintendo, and the people getting mad at Nintendo that the people who are mad at Nintendo getting mad at the people who aren't mad at Nintendo. Just, it doesn't matter, okay? You could have your opinion. I don't care. If you like the Direct, then I'm glad you did. I'm glad you are really excited for the things that are coming out. I bet you're popping off.
I wish I got to enjoy it, but I didn't. And it sucks that I didn't.
So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you don't share any of the same concerns. I'm glad you're having a good time. But you shouldn't get angry at other people for the fact that they're not having a good time. And for the people that aren't having a good time, you shouldn't get mad at the people who are. That's just envy. It's just jealousy. And do I envy the people that had a good time watching that Direct? Hell yeah. But am I gonna get mad at them for being happy? No. That doesn't make any sense.
I will say one more thing though. Nintendo has, I hope this isn't true, I hope this doesn't happen, but they have a really scary pattern and tendency of releasing popular console. Most companies have this problem, but Nintendo seems to follow it the most strictly. Popular console, then a disaster of a console. Every time. Every single time. They'll make a good console and then they'll fuck it up. Except for the SNES. Ever since the SNES, though, every console's had that pattern. Think about it. Super Nintendo, really good. It probably started with the N64, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, N64 is when it started. Because N64, pretty good. Already not great, but... pretty good.
Not awful.
GameCube, kind of a disaster. Wii was really, really good. Then we got the Wii U. Actually, what's really scary is we are almost perfectly paralleling the Wii era of Nintendo right now. Starting out real strong, putting out a lot of really good titles, really doing a good job. And then they got lazy. They stopped putting things out. They stopped caring because they didn't need to care because of the money flow. And then, I hope this doesn't happen again, but it might. The next console Nintendo puts out is going to be weird, gimmicky, and a bad idea. And they're going to make it overpriced, and they're not going to market it well, because they'll just assume everybody will buy the console, because everyone bought a Switch. Why wouldn't they buy the Nintendo Lever or whatever?
It is...
And they'll just hope it works, and then it won't, and it'll be that all over again. And at this point, if that happens, I won't buy it. I bought a Wii U. I regret it still to this day. I'm not buying anything else. I don't even know if I want to buy the next console, just because I don't feel like my investment to my Switch has been worth it. Because that's what a purchase is.
I don't regret buying a Switch. I don't
regret buying a Switch either, but I'm starting to wish that I had more reason to still have one.
Yeah. There isn't a lot of new experiences, and there's not a lot of good ongoing experiences, especially with Nintendo's Online.
Yeah, which is also just, oh my... I don't even want to get into that right now, but that is objectively one of the worst things they have.
Ugh.
It's objectively bad. That is objectively awful. The fact that they don't have servers and they're literally just gatekeeping you from using your own Wi-Fi and made you pay for it.
Oh yeah, no, that's
objectively evil. That's genuinely
literally a scam.
That's not even an opinion thing. There.
Nintendo is selling you the ultimate product. Nothing.
They basically went to your house, put a lock on your router, and went, pay us money to use it.
Let's be real. You pay for Nintendo's online service. You're paying for the SNES games and the exclusives that come with Nintendo Online. And the fact that you're allowed online is a bonus.
It would be fine if I didn't have to have my online restricted. I would rather it just be a $20 a year service to have the games. Honestly, that would be a worthwhile service. If they allowed us to have the online again for free, and then had the games as the service, and they didn't change the price, I'd pay for that. $20 a year for that many games is actually not that bad a deal.
It is. I just wish that. I don't know, man.
I think we're both very disappointed in Nintendo, and we hope it gets better. I hope they change again. I hope they
stop
learn to
baiting
not be
us.
bad. I hope they stop being like this, but
Why are they just continually just making really weird decisions?
yeah. But I don't know. I've lost faith in Nintendo, if I'm being honest. I've lost a lot of faith and a lot of respect for the company. With their recent decisions, they're a terrible company. They don't treat their fans right. They actually hate them. I genuinely think Nintendo doesn't want you to have fun unless it's specifically on their console all the time. And even then,
yeah, a lot of another one of their problems would be solved if they just didn't only make exclusives.
they go out of their way to make themselves problematic. They could literally ignore fan projects and be less hated by doing that, but no, they go out of their way. So
they could ignore fan projects. They could hire a fan that would be fucking insane. Remember when we got Sonic Mania and everyone fucking lost their mind because fans were working on it? Remember when that happened? And like Sega was like legendary for that year?
Yeah.
Imagine if you did that, Nintendo. You would become God.
Yes. Could you imagine if you hired multiple of those? Imagine if every single time Nintendo saw a fan game being made, and instead of taking it down for no reason when it affects nothing, they hired them instead. And now those people were working on Nintendo games. Could you imagine the amount of flow of games that would come out from just those people?
Or just imagine if they just went to the fan game developer and said, "Hey, we'll pay you to put this on Switch," or something like that. Maybe not we'll pay you, but if you want to, we'll put it on Switch. Like that would be even that would be legendary. Them putting fan games on Switch, and they have like a whole section that's Nintendo endorsed fan games on their product. That would be legendary. That would be unheard of. Nintendo, you could have that over literally every other company.
Besides Steam.
Steam is the only other fan endorsed. Like,
I want to point out how much I respect Steam for that. That is the most incredible thing they do.
It is amazing. And
Steam
Nintendo, you could have that over PlayStation. You could have that over Xbox. You would be fucking legendary.
And I almost guarantee you wouldn't even have to do anything about it. I'm sure if you offered a fan that, just give them you could give them a pretty small budget too, just to learn how to put it on there. And they probably figure it out
themselves.
Tools
to put it on the Switch, say I don't know, put a $10, $15 price tag on it. A lot of people will be upset that it's priced, but I mean, at least, they want to make money off of it, and the developer's making money off of it.
From that, and it would still be better than what you currently do.
It's so cool. It'd be so cool, dude.
It'd be great, but they won't ever do that in a million years because they hate fans.
But I don't
want you to have
understand why.
We don't know why. We'll never know why because they refuse to tell us.
Nintendo claims that people are freaking stealing money from them. All right, if they're stealing money from you, then why? If they're stealing money from you, then why are they even making things? Why are they making things that are tied to your product just to steal money from you? Why would they make good things to steal money from you?
Yeah, you're not losing money from this. So
if you were so afraid of losing money, then why would you be afraid at all to hire them?
I've lost faith in Nintendo. I hope they get better, but I genuinely don't expect them to anymore.
The next thing they're gonna do is they're gonna freaking take down someone's fan game and make them force to or force that developer to give the code to Nintendo and then republish the game. Like they're gonna be like,
Honestly,
all right, give us the code of this game or we sue you.
I would be surprised if that happens one day. That's how little I have faith in them. Honestly,
at that point I wouldn't be able to support Nintendo anymore.
Yeah.
That would be the
be
breaking point for me, unless like.
I think that'd be everyone's breaking point. Unless they paid them at least part of it, but even then, I don't know.
No, if they sued them, if they were like, I'm gonna sue you. If they were like, I'm gonna sue you if you don't give me the code, I'm going to take away your dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy your entire life because you made a fan game.
And
we're gonna republish it.
Yeah, that would.
Which is something I could see them doing at some point, honestly, with Hardcore Fan. They've already destroyed people's lives.
The next port is gonna have textures from one of the fan-made projects.
They've already shut down people before and destroyed their lives because they commit the horrible crime of
being a Nintendo fan.
Allowing people to download games that Nintendo doesn't sell in any way you can support them. Yeah, I have no
one's paying for
Wii U. Pirating Nintendo games. I honestly, if you want to do it, go right ahead. I see no reason not to. Nintendo isn't giving us any reason not to, and they're only making us want to more, so go do it.
In fact, go support the people that make the HD textures. Go Patreon.
Go
donate to them,
and then emulate.
It would be freaking amazing.
Actually, I'm going to link an HD texture pack right now.
Oh, send me and I'll put it in the.
Yeah.
We're so gonna get taken down.
Oh man, I'd be upset because I didn't.
I would be so happy. It would be so funny to me. That would be the perfect punchline. That's my dream.
We get taken down by Nintendo. We haven't even done anything against the rules. I didn't give a link to pirating. All I said is do it if you want to, but I won't explain how.
I'm not gonna tell you how to freaking.
Tell you how to. You can figure it out on your own, because you know. But I don't feel bad about doing it because
specifically go support Henrico. Henrico makes some fucking fantastic upscaled and not even upscaled, just updated textures, and it's amazing. It is so good.
He completely reworks them. I linked a very fitting one, I guess. Skyward Sword HD texture pack. This looks better than the Switch version. So
it genuinely does.
So just go get this.
And I am not at all. I am not at all lying about that, and I am not at all unhappy to say that.
And it's, well, I mean, if you really, if you want to go through like the best way to do it, get the Wii version of the game and dump it to your computer. The most official way you could play it like this. Dump it to your computer after you bought it. And it would still be less. Significantly less. Probably like $10 or so.
Yeah, you could learn how to like dump things and you would literally get a better experience. It would require more effort, mind you, but you would have a better experience overall.
Yeah.
Just objectively.
So that's my angry at them.
In fact, I might learn how to dump my 3DS games so I can put them on my BZ.
Yeah. So that's the end of us being angry at Nintendo. I'm disappointed in them. I've lost all respect. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna look at it.
Let's look at a good company though. Let's find a good company to look at. I wonder what's happened recently. Let's see.
I don't know. There wasn't a lot of big things that happened. I mean, again, Persona 5 Strikers came out. I'm not saying that the company that made that game is better than Nintendo. They don't make bad decisions. They just make really weird decisions. Yeah. Like thinking that Persona 4 was going to perform badly on Steam.
Yeah, that was weird.
I don't understand their thought process. I'm pretty sure they're run by aliens.
This one isn't really anything that this is technically still Nintendo, but Retro Studios, when they make games, are really good.
Oh
Something that
yeah.
Nintendo could probably learn from. I'm gonna critique the Mario games right now, the 2D Mario games at least, because I feel like they should be critiqued. Something that I was watching an Arlo video and he pointed this out, but Mario games are really uncreative with their level design.
Uh-huh.
2D ones at least. You know, the new Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
Games are really uncreative level design wise, and it's something that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze excels at. For one very specific, well, there's many reasons, but there's one very specific reason that I think a lot of platformers should consider if they're making a 2D platformer, or any platformers really. You know how in Mario things float randomly, and there's no reason for it, they just do?
Yep.
If you play Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, nothing in that game does that.
What?
There's not a single thing in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze that doesn't have something actually holding it and suspending it there. If there's like a somewhere you need to jump to, there's always some sort of logical explanation in the art design to show why it's held there. Nothing floats on its own.
Oh yeah.
Not a single thing floats on its own.
It's really cool.
And I wish more 2D platformers would do that, or any platformers would do that. Because I think it's more creative than just having a floating thing. Because you can just put random floating things around there. But if you design it to where there's a reason it's there, it's way more interesting.
It's so good.
So that's a good game, but it's still Nintendo, so... let's see.
Sorry, I was looking at the HD texture pack for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3DS, because there's no way in hell that they're re-releasing that.
Yeah.
Please, Nintendo, please. Uh-huh. Yeah.
They won't.
I would be happy. Uh-huh.
Let's see. What's a good company putting games out right now?
I don't know. We don't have to talk about companies. How about we talk about the people that make the HD texture packs? And how fantastic those are. Again, we mentioned Henrico Magnifico. He makes some incredible HD texture packs, and I'm pretty sure they're remade from the ground up, and they're fucking beautiful. I mean,
they are gorgeous. These are really good texture packs. They even have texture bumping.
It's some of the easiest installation ever. It is amazing.
Yeah, you don't even need to like install it onto the things. You just put it in the folder,
and it works.
No, you don't.
It's amazing.
No, you don't do that even, do you?
No, all you have to do with Henrico is you download it, and it's its own program. All you need is the game.
Yeah. All you need is the ROM.
And it's amazing. And he makes really beautiful textures, dude. It's fucking amazing. Oh my god, who else? Like, oh my god, the people behind the Xenoblade textures were amazing.
Wii version texture pack is really well done.
The Galaxy ones are fantastic.
Yeah.
It's all so good.
The people who put the effort forth towards like hacks for like 60 FPS. Ooh, this is a good time to mention. Let me find it. Render 96.
Oh my god, yes. This is, I am in their Discord. This is one of the coolest projects ever. They're rebuilding nearly everything in Super Mario 64.
It will be everything. I actually watched the video.
Not like gameplay, but they're rebuilding every model and every texture from scratch and just absolutely making the game this whole new experience. I guess it's not a new experience, but making it this whole thing. And it's so
what
cool.
They're doing here, I can no, hold on.
Are you waiting for the song to change?
No, sorry, I needed water.
Oh. Stay hydrated. That's the next thing.
Very needed water for a second there.
Wait, yo, can I plug Super Mario 64 but Mario has a gun? Go play that game.
Can you what?
Can I
plug
plug
it?
Super Mario
Go
64,
ahead.
but Mario has a gun? Go play that game. It's really funny.
But yeah, I'm gonna explain Render 96. So they're redesigning the entire game, and if you looked at Nintendo Power from like the 90s and you remember the Mario 64 designs, the 3D animations you'd get,
Yeah.
Render 96 is taking that and they're redesigning all of the Mario 64 to look exactly like that in that style.
They're even going out of their way to find the original high-res versions of the textures that were scaled down.
They actually found Cobble, the Cobble texture, which is one of the most used textures in all of classic 3D games. That texture. They put it in 4K, and it's been used in hundreds of different games. That would include like GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day. It is the texture of your childhood, most likely, if you're old enough. And they put it in 4K, and it's beautiful.
It's so good.
They're adding new fun stuff to the game, even. It's like separate things, like Luigi. The whole game looks incredibly good.
It's so cool. Yeah, dude, go pay
and if you're
to the
concerned
fans.
about why maybe the character models don't look quite right, there's a reason for that. It's because they're in levels that aren't designed to look the same way for them.
Yeah.
They're redesigning the levels as well.
Yeah, they're redesigning every model, every texture from the ground up.
Yeah. Even the levels themselves, the big giant levels will have, well, that'll be the last thing to do, but even those will have remakes of them. The castle will be in HD, every level will be remade in that style.
The fans are doing some amazing things right now. Oh,
so that's incredible.
What's the Fan Direct
look at
channel?
Render 96.
Can we plug the Fan Direct channel? Where are the good Fan Directs? There was the Luigi's Mansion modding direct. That was fantastic. I don't know why it was hosted by us, by the guy it was. I don't remember his name.
Oh, that wasn't the.
Oh no, that wasn't. It was just Mario hacking, wasn't it?
That was just a Fan Direct.
It was just a regular Fan Direct.
There's a Nintendo Fan Direct. Let me see if I can find it. F3 is what it was called, I believe.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, F3 by Kazamanuar. He hosts.
Oh my god! Kay's amazing. Kay's is one of the people that gets constantly attacked.
Sadly.
Yeah,
because he gets constantly attacked. But I would like to point out he is an incredible creator. Easily one of the most impressive.
Yeah.
The incredible abilities this guy has with just Mario
constantly flamed by Nintendo, but he's been doing more for Mario 64
Nintendo hates
than
them,
Nintendo
but he's been doing more for
do.
Mario than Nintendo has. If anyone should be hired, it should be Kays.
Kays would make the best stuff. He should have been hired to port over the game. He probably understands the game more than Nintendo at this point.
Yeah.
Kays is fucking amazing.
You should have been hired for the Mario 3D collection. Make the definitive Mario 64, because he probably already has.
Had like Happy and crap. It would be amazing, dude.
I think what could make Mario 64 better would just be the a mix of the camera hack he had and the 60 FPS hack. Because there's an analog camera hack. If we just combine those two, we'll put it in widescreen. That's the perfect Mario 64 experience. All I had to do was ask him to make them. Literally just combine them, and he'd probably do it and send it to them, and they could do that, but they didn't. But Kays is really good. Kays is a really good fan content creator. Check him out. I won't link the channel because I don't want him to be attacked again, but his stuff is incredible.
It's so... The fans are just amazing.
Yeah, the fans really are
What happened to the Earthbound fan games? Are they still kind of dead in the water?
They're still in development, but there's not like a ton of really like news on it. But I think they're going well. Those games are very slow for the fan development for obvious reasons.
There are some amazing fan games out there, though.
I don't know what's happening with Oddity, which isn't even related anymore. So I hope that's going well, that game. But I've stopped caring because we don't get any updates ever from them. But whatever. It's not like anyone's paying for it, so it's fine. They didn't break any promises.
Oops.
Well, they did actually, but no one paid, so no one really cares. I don't.
Uh-huh.
There's no reason to get angry at the Oddity team because their game took forever to come out and still isn't out when you didn't pay for it. So
Oh.
just leave them alone.
The Project M
Not
team
hurting
is amazing
anyone.
too.
But the work they have done looks good.
Project M team is amazing too. Project M has literally been the only way to play Brawl, like the definitive way to play Brawl for like over 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah, if you want to play Brawl, that's probably the best way to do it. 'Cause there's a lot better stuff there.
And
they've added
like,
everyone, haven't
what
they?
is the
Or at least
project?
most of the characters.
What
you
has
have
the
from
Project
Smash.
M team been doing now? Because they stopped working on it.
Oh, there's a remix edition that I saw that's 2020, November 2nd. And they added the
Project
guy from
Plus?
Persona
Oh no, wait, this
5
isn't.
or 4. They
The
added the,
Project
guy from
Plus
Persona
team.
4.
I haven't actually seen this before. Apparently, there's a community-driven project. It's apparently when Project M ended, somebody else the community kind of took over and started updating Project M. So that's kind of cool.
That's cool. That's awesome. Good for them. So that's another good
I want to know
example
what
of
happened to the
fan
original
games.
Project M team. Did they just
I
disperse?
probably got bored.
Well, cause I want to know if they're working on anything else. Yeah, they're still. I guess they're not still posting. They posted once in the last 5 years, and it was it was this month because they were celebrating the anniversary, but they haven't they have. I don't know if they've made anything new.
Here's another fan game, not Nintendo, but here's a good example of what should have happened to every fan game Nintendo's taken down. Black Mesa.
Oh, Black Mesa is one of the most amazing stories.
So, Valve, after the success of Half-Life 2, they looked back at Half-Life 1 and they went, what if we put this in Source 2? Or Source 1?
Yeah,
what if
and
we
it
put
was
this in the Source
awful.
engine? And it was horrible.
It
Terrible
didn't work.
decision.
They didn't really.
It was so bad
was,
of a port. Everyone who played it hated it.
It was stitched together by band-aids and heated up Sour Patch Kids.
Please don't play it that way. It's the worst possible way to play it. But the fans looked at that and went, "We can do better," and then they did better.
And then they did.
They made a mod for Half-Life 2.
And then Valve went, fair enough.
Remade the first Half-Life in Half-Life 2, and Valve looked at it, and Valve's like, "That's really impressive. How would you like it if we hired you?"
Yeah, Valve literally said, "Yeah, fair enough," and
we
then
sold it on
freaking
our
made
store.
Oh.
And then they did it, and we have the incredible experience that is Black Mesa. And then recently, for 10 years of development, they finally put out Black Mesa Zen, which is one of the most incredible reimaginings of any other game I've ever seen. Probably I would say it's the definitive way to play Zen, at least. That is just immensely better than the original by any possible way. It doesn't even look like the Source engine with how good that part of the game looks.
Oh my god. And that if Nintendo did stuff like that, if every company did crap like that where they not only endorsed fan games but released it on their own platform and
I mean, that is the best possible way that could have gone.
Allowed.
They made
they did not only
somebody else job, and then they put it on their store and funded it.
Yeah, they didn't only just allow it onto their platform. They allowed it to cost money.
Yeah.
And they allowed them to make monetary gain off of a game that they remade.
And they paid them to remake it.
Yeah, it is so good.
It is really good. They did a really good job.
And if Nintendo started doing crap like that, everyone would lose their minds. Nintendo would immediately become legendary status again.
I would be so happy if they did that, because they don't have things to play, and you wouldn't even have to put much of the effort.
If that was Doug Bowser's executive decision, everyone would collectively lose their minds.
If he decided to do that one day, and that was just like the thing he did, he would instantly be the best president.
No, he would just be the best. It would just be overall. He's just the best.
Yeah. But sadly, I don't think Doug Bowser. The thing about Doug Bowser, I don't think he has any put into this, because the president of Nintendo, if we've learned anything from what Reggie has said, really doesn't have a whole lot to say. Nintendo is almost entirely Japan-based, and the American president of Nintendo has very little input. It's almost entirely the Japanese president of Nintendo, who is
It's really bad hierarchy for a company.
Yeah, it is.
Like, they don't need to necessarily have equal power in the company, because I get that you have a lot of the same things, that you have a lot of the most important things in Japan, but he still definitely needs to have some say, because guess what? He's in America and you aren't. He understands America and you don't.
That's not how it works. I would say most of the issues we've seen thus far, if it is down to anyone, it potentially very much could be down to Shintaro Furukawa.
I don't know who that is.
He's the Japanese president of Nintendo, the actual president of Nintendo. He's the guy that, like, really, if you have any issues right now with Nintendo, probably, at least in some way, has put effort forth or allowed for it to happen. So, that's the guy we should probably consider more of being the potential problem here.
Yeah, yeah, that's the. Yeah,
I
don't
hope
know.
it's not. See? But yeah, go check out fan games, because they're really good.
Fan games
they
are
do a lot better
amazing,
job.
dude. Fan anything. Fan updated textures, fan games, fan remakes.
Fan music that's been like.
Oh, fan music is amazing.
Higher quality.
Fan remakes of songs, like orchestral remakes or just remixes. Those are amazing.
Bush Symphony.
8-Bit's found a bunch of post-rock remakes of certain songs, and they're just absolutely mesmerizing.
Yeah, I would just say. Actually, yeah, I could probably link the guy's channel. There you go. This guy's channel. If you can put it in the description. That guy, Danilo.
You can put it in the Discord. Well, I can put it in this.
Yeah, I'll put it in the Discord as well. He does a really good job with the remix of musics that are in there. But yeah, just check out fan games.
I'm a cool music guy.
Sorry for the Nintendo Focus Direct, by the way. No one else really did anything this week.
This year.
We're
We're now gonna make an annual podcast. That's how we're gonna streamline
nothing
it.
else really happened this week, so.
Yeah, there was a lot of complaining, and it was kind of like a celebration of fans, kind of like, this is cool. They did good things.
Yeah,
there was a lot of
complaining and then saying fans are significantly better, because they kind of are.
Go support independent developers, as long as they're not bad people.
Yeah, as long as they're not bad people. But yeah, go support indie games. Go support fan creations. You want to support people who care.
Go support transparent companies. It is because they are brave enough to tell people when things are going wrong. Tell people anything.
Even if their games aren't good, consider supporting them. For the sole purpose of it, they actually try to tell people when things aren't going great. They're at least honest.
And it's amazing. Oh. Well, that was about all I had in me.
Yeah, same here. That's all of my
I hope
everything from that.
Hope everyone had a good week. I had a decent week.
Yeah.
You have a good week? Cool.
Hmm?
I said, did you have a good week?
Yeah, alright. I
That's
hope I
nice.
can buy a 3060. Ooh, I forgot about that news. Before we go, this is very small news, but Nvidia just put out news that they put a limiter on the 3060 to prevent it from being Bitcoin mineable.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
So yeah, they put a limit on there down, and it's like BIOS level.
Did
to where
they? Is
you
that gonna
can't use it
affect
for Bitcoin
anything?
mining. Huh?
Is that gonna affect any gaming things?
Not that I'm aware of. It just prevents it from doing this very specific thing that Bitcoin mining does with GPUs.
Do you think they're gonna start implementing that in all their cards?
No,
Oh.
maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Probably not,
honestly.
because that's a big market that they're
Yeah,
throwing away.
I think the only reason they're doing it with the 3060 is because it's a budget card, and if budget people can't get it, then it's just dumb.
if it just gets swiped by Bitcoin miners, and everyone's gonna be mad.
Yeah, I think that's
everyone who's
also,
vocal is gonna
I
be
would like to
mad.
point out that people at first were upset and were like, "That's stupid. We shouldn't have it not be accessible." But they are actually putting a Bitcoin mining specific variant of the 3060 out, designed specifically for Bitcoin mining.
Which, yeah, it makes a lot more sense in that context.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
So
Nvidia started
the
doing
original,
that,
the normal version won't be Bitcoin mining based, but they are putting out one specifically designed for that. So go buy that one if you're gonna do Bitcoin mining, because this one won't help you. It won't be useful because you won't be able to do a whole lot with it, and it'll just screw over people who actually want to use it. And if you want to do that, go get the new one that will come out eventually. Shouldn't take too much long after, but wait for that one. So that's cool. I'm glad they're doing that. I hope I can get it still.
I think you have a lot higher of a chance to get it now. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, hopefully.
Unless Bitcoin miners are stupid and get it anyways, and then realize, fuck. But then it'll get resold at a lower price, and it'll be amazing.
Maybe, yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, our final message was just support fan developers. It's cool.
Support fan developers. Don't support scalpers.
Yeah, don't support scalpers.
Don't. Probably not good to support Nintendo right now, especially with their current actions. Huh.
It's fine if you do, but try not to.
Go learn how to dump game cartridges, because it's an amazing tool, and emulation is also an amazing tool. And okay, there's a big misconception about emulation where a lot of people think that in general it's illegal. It is the only thing emulation is doing is taking a game that you probably already own and just emulating the hardware that made it playable. That's all emulation
An emulator
is
a virtual. It's a
the
virtual
only
console.
part that's illegal is pirating the games, which that's just the same thing as pirating the movie. The thing that's cool with emulation is that hold on. So the thing that's cool about emulation is it's just like movies. If you have the movie, you can still watch it on your PC by putting it in your PC.
Yeah.
The thing with emulation is that it's just a little bit more complicated. So go learn how to dump the game, and at that point it's completely legal.
Yeah, it's completely legal if you dump it.
Yeah, emulation can be completely legal.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't be scared of emulation, especially if you own games and you're willing to dump them to get them on your PC. There are some experiences that PC emulation can deliver that Nintendo can't even wish to deliver. It's fucking amazing. Again, Enrico Magnifico makes some fantastic updated textures for some games. In fact, I'm probably tomorrow or sometime soon gonna dump Ocarina of Time off my DS so I can play it on
nice.
So I can play it on my PC.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's amazing. So yeah, it's gonna clear up that. Emulation is not inherently illegal.
Yeah, emulation is not piracy.
There are ways... Yeah, emulation is not illegal. Piracy is illegal.
Yeah. Sort of. No one enforces it because no one cares. But
No, piracy is
Well, they
like,
do-
still
they do
illegal.
enforce the selling of
because-
it, the actual Piracy Act, but downloading it, while illegal, less illegal.
Mm-hmm. It's still like just
Yeah.
illegal. It's just I think I don't
Yeah.
know. Huh. But yeah, it doesn't. And emulation itself isn't illegal, so don't be afraid of it. But
Yeah.
anyways, I think that's enough. I haven't had. There wasn't a lot that happened this week. Got a good time. Hope everyone else did.
Yeah.
And have a good night. Have a good week.
Mhm.
And I hope that we have more to talk about than Nintendo next week. Please,
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.